Good evening and welcome to our coverage of American Legion Baseball, Area 4 in the state of Oregon at the AAA level as the Medford Mustangs and the defending state champion Eugene Challengers get together for a twin bill here at Swede Johnson Stadium in Eugene. We're glad to have you aboard with us today. I'm Jim McCoy. On the camera is Billy Hanning, and we're looking forward to a great evening of action. And unlike our usual custom, instead of doing just one game, we're going to cover both ends of the doubleheader as we anticipate a great rumble between these two squads. As I mentioned earlier, the 2024 state champion Challenger versus a Medford Mustangs squad that has ridden roughshod over the rest of the league and taking on basically all comers with great success this season as the Mustangs come in with a record of 28-3. We're just moments away from first pitch, and when we return, we'll have the starting lineups for you. And we'll get things underway. You're watching coverage of Medford Mustangs baseball here on TableRockSports.net.
In the heart of the Rogue Valley, RVTD connects us all, not just through miles traveled, but also through time. With renewable technologies and more convenient ways to get around, RVTD's building a future that keeps our region connected. Public transportation isn't just about getting from here to there. It's about the journey, past, present, and future. Rogue Valley Transportation District, celebrating 50 years of moving our community forward.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Jump online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We welcome back to Swede Johnson Stadium in Eugene. We're getting ready to bring you the visiting Mustangs versus the host and defending state champion Challengers. As things sit in the Area 4 standings, things look this way right now. The Mustangs presently own first place. In league play, they own a record of 6-2. Their first decision of the season that they lost came against Grants Pass in their league opener, and then they took on a loss against Roseburg. But as things sit right now, they're coming into the day, they're a game ahead of the Redmond Generals. The Generals came in with a record of 5-3, but we'll update that for you shortly. There's one result featuring the Generals today. The Roseburg Dock Stewarts, they have 6 losses in the loss column, and then the Grants Pass Nuggets bringing up the rear. So as teams beat up on us, as things right now, as they beat up on each other, Redmond sitting in second place, just a couple of games ahead of the Challengers. But the Challengers get an opportunity this week to take care of that. Not only do we have the double dip this evening between the two teams, they will converge once again over at Harry and David Field in Medford on Wednesday night. And we'll also be bringing you both ends of that doubleheader as Area 4 action heads down the home stretch. Let's go ahead and introduce the starting lineup for you. We're still working on getting a lineup for the Challengers just yet. And I'll get that for you after we return from break. But taking a look at the starting lineup for the Mustangs, leading off and playing center field will be Easton Curtis. He'll be followed in the order by right fielder Jackson Rosenthal. Hitting third will be the shortstop, Keller Bloodworth. The cleanup man out of Eagle Point, Sean McFall, playing the hot corner. Hitting fifth and playing first will be Tristan Malari. In the sixth spot, Kellen Willer. He'll be followed by the number 7 hitter, Keegan Painter, playing second base. It'll be Brady Patterson behind the plate. He played a couple of games at second base in the doubleheader over the weekend against the Southern Oregon Ball Club. And then finally, the number 9 hitter will be Cade Pedersen, playing left field out of North Medford High School. The man on the hill will be Dom Daffron, coming in with 5 wins on the season. And we'll take a quick break, and then we'll have the starters for Redmond, for Eugene, I should say, following this.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
The starting lineups for the Medford Mustangs being introduced as we speak. Some last-minute decisions needing to be made by Coach Kenny Niles and the Eugene Challengers, and so the lineup card for the Challengers is circulating here up in the press box. It's nice to be able to go up here and do a little road game. A little bit cooler up here at Eugene than it is down in the Medford area. Our game time temperature, trying to call that up for you. It is currently 87 degrees in Eugene, so just a wee tad cooler than the Rogue Valley that we left behind. These two teams, when they get together, man, I tell you what, there's quite a rivalry that's gone on here the last couple of years. It seems like my recollection serves me that the Challengers got the better end of it. Number of players from the two-time state champion Thurston Colts dotted their roster.
Starting at third base, number 24, Aiden Hibbler.
So leading off, Aiden Hibbler for Eugene.
On the mound for the Challengers, number 14, Grady Saunders.
Grady Saunders, the phenom out of Thurston, will be on the hill tonight. He still has another year of high school to go, and yet he's already committed to Oregon State.
For the Challengers, number 10, Caden Gould.
So as I mentioned, a number of Thurston players on this roster, but also we've got players from Churchill, North Eugene. We even have a couple of players from North Bend. And Junction City represented on the Challengers as well. Kenny Niles is the coach for the Challengers. Their general manager, actually, is an assistant softball coach at West Albany, Les Duman. What we'll do right now as the players get ready for the playing of the national anthem, we'll take a 2-minute break right here, and then we'll be back and get you ready for first pitch. It's the Challengers and the Mustangs right here on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Jackson, that was the Oak Ridge Boys, but it was good nonetheless. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time.
Welcome back. We're getting ready for first pitch here this evening. We introduced the starting lineup for the Mustangs for you earlier. Now let's go ahead and see how things are shaping up for the Challengers defensively. In the infield will be Brady Bousquet at first base. Braden Corrigan will man second. Over at third will be Aiden Hibbler. And the shortstop is Jalen Riddle. In left field, it'll be Chase Hartley. In center, Landon Lee. And the right fielder will be Kyle Miller. The battery, Caden Gould behind the plate. And the starting pitcher for tonight will be Grady Saunders. So like I said, some last-minute decisions for the Challengers coach, so working on penciling in these lineups for my scorebook and getting our broadcast underway at the same time. But among all the rivalries and the matchups that we've been looking forward to this season, I know my calendar has been marked for these meetings coming up this week since the season began. Working on behalf of the NFHS network for the state championships for a couple of years. That gave me an opportunity to become familiar with the Thurston Colts. And again, a lot of those guys are on this team. Ground ball. Curtis hits it to Riddle. Bousquet there to close the mid on it, and there's one gone. So the game quickly underway. Standing in will be Jackson Rosenthal. Rosenthal got to be the hero in the Reno tournament, hitting a walk-off home run to deliver a victory for the Mustangs, who are now 30-3 overall in the season. He'll take for a ball, gets ahead in the count. Saunders, and he'll be a tough one for the Mustangs. He's been one of those guys that got it figured out early in his high school career, and again, already knows where he's going at the next level. But he's going to work against a very tough customer in Jackson Rosenthal, among the team leaders in walks for the Mustangs. A team leading on base percentage of over 600. And you'll find that a lot on this Medford team as the count goes 3-1. Pitch fouled away. That'll run the count full at 3-2. So one gone in the inning. Top of the first. Rosenthal with Bloodworth on deck. Pitch high. And Rosenthal will take the stroll down to first. Keller Bloodworth will come to the plate. Rosenthal will be a player that Saunders and Bousquet will be keeping their eyes on, and of course Gould behind the plate. Rosenthal second on the team in stolen bases with 10 on the year. Bloodworth, bouncing ball, hit to second, shovel to second for one out, throw across the infield, and the pitcher's best friend, the double play, gets the challengers out of the inning. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back to the home half of the first, right after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
We go to the bottom of the first, and the lineup will go like this for the Eugene Challengers. Aiden Hibbler will lead off and play third base. He'll be followed by Chase Hartley playing left field. Grady Saunders is the number 3 man on the mound. Brady Bousquet at first base is the cleanup hitter. Kyle Miller will hit fifth and play right field. Caden Gould is behind the plate and follows Miller in the order. He'll be followed by Braden Corrigan playing second base. We have Lee in center field and Riddle at shortstop. Defensively, for the Mustangs, you have Malari at first. Over at second base is Painter. Third base will be McFall, and then playing the shortstop position will be Bloodworth. Left to right, the Medford Mustangs come out with Cade Pedersen in left, Easton Curtis in center, and Jackson Rosenthal in right. Behind the plate is Brady Patterson, and on the mound, Dom Daffron, product of North Medford High School. Hibbler pops it up to right field. Rosenthal makes the catch, and there's one gone. So that'll go F9 in the scorebook. Daffron, one of the team leaders with 5 victories on the season. Laying down the bunt. Now close play at first. And they get him. Hartley laid down a nice bunt. But Patterson with a nice serve to Malari. And there's 2 gone. Grady Saunders will step in. Saunders, I'll never forget him. He ended up hitting a walk-off in the side of the park home run for the 5A state championship back in 2023. Takes a strike from Daffron as the count goes 0-1. He's going to step out for a second, get his shin guard situated. Got to get the equipment. In order to play good, you got to look good too. When he'll stand back in. There's a strike from Daffron. Daffron not needing GPS to find the target this evening. Pitch goes 1-2. Saunders against his opposite. Right-handed stick awaits the pitch. That one's inside. That'll even up the count at 2-2. Daffron out of the windup. Pitches. That one fouled away as Saunders stays alive. Count will remain at 2-2 with 2 gone. Pitch down and in as the count goes full at 3-2. Daffron comes to the plate, swing and a miss, strike 3. The swinging K will end the inning, and we'll go to the top of the second. It's a scoreless ball game. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
We go to the top of the second. Rare opportunity to work with one of my old cohorts from the Rogue Valley, Bill Crawford, on the call for KKNX Radio. Got to swap some more stories and then also get an opportunity to catch up a little bit on how things are going for the Challengers this year. Challengers have had to fight and climb a little bit harder than they have in years past. Saunders is pitched to McFall. Fouled off. And the count's 0-1. McFall lines one up the middle. Base hit. He takes a nice turn, but he's going to go ahead and scamper back to the bag as the Mustangs get their first hit of the ball game. Tristan Malari will stand in. Malari out of South Medford. He did some pitching on Saturday, but mostly does his work over at first base. And speaking of first, he's got a runner aboard, looking to possibly lay down a bunt. Among regulars, Malari pushing 500 on the year. Pitch outside. And that'll even up the count at 1-1. Just an update here. The Roseburg Dock Stewarts have swept Redmond. So that provides some potential separation coming into the game. The Mustangs with a 1-game lead over Redmond, and of course these two teams going to lock horns this weekend in Redmond. Check swing there. Malari ended up going too far. That'll take the count to 1-2. Malari hard to strike out. In 70 at-bats, he's only struck out 3 times. But he struck out there. So there's 1 gone in the inning. Kellen Willer. Willer from North Medford played this last season at Grays Harbor Community College. Throw over to first. Now McFall can say he's played. He's got his uniform dirty now. Pitch misses the target as Willer gets ahead 1-0. Willer coming in with a .293 average, a pair of home runs, and 16 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. McFall looked like he had designs on taking off, but he's back at the bag. Willer, right-handed hitter, fouls this one off. Saunders now ahead in the count, 1-2. McFall, the runner at first. McFall with 8 steals on the year. Swing and a miss on the pitch. And there's 2 gone. Keegan Painter will come to the plate. Keegan hitting .353 on the season, 23 runs batted in, 24 hits and 68 at-bats. Updating the scoreboard here. He gets ahead 1-0. Painter, open stance. Saunders breaks even. Count even up at 1-1. Saunders comes to the plate. Late swing there by Painter. fouled off as the count goes 1-2. One-two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. And Saunders strikes out the side. Down go the Mustangs. They get one hit and leave a runner on. We'll go back. We'll go to the bottom of the second following these messages on TableRockSports.net.
You work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
Welcome to the summer of good. Good people, good taste, good vibes, and good, well, everything. When you're ready for some old-fashioned good, Abby's is your place. We've been celebrating summers around the P&W for over 60 years. At Abby's, good is a legendary tradition. Here's a good-looking pizza, guaranteed to bring some summer smiles. And right now, it's on sale, so it's good for your wallet, too. This giant is loaded with toppings and can feed up to 6 people. Order at abbys.com. Give us a call or just drop by. It's the summer of good, only at Abby's.
We'll go to the bottom of the second. Coming into this afternoon's action, Dominic Daffron, one of 3 Mustangs pitchers with 5 wins on the season. In 35 1/3 innings of pitching, he surrendered 38 hits. He's walked 12, struck out 28, and again, that sparkling 5-0 record to go with an equally impressive 1.79 ERA. Brady Bousquet will lead things off, first baseman, standing in. Lefty hitter in an even stance. You watch any baseball game and you'll see a variety of different stances. Bousquet looks that one in as the count goes 1-0. But a hitting coach will tell you that all the good hitters have certain fundamentals in their swing that all of them have in common, regardless of whether they hold the bat high or they hold it low, open stance, closed stance. You don't see nearly as many weird ones as you did back in the day. Bouncing ball hit down to second base. Painter throws over to first. Malari with the reception, and there's one gone. One out in the inning. And this will bring up right fielder Kyle Miller. Miller just graduated from Thurston High School. Off-speed pitch. One bounce fielded by Painter. Different batter. Same result. 4-3 on the play, and there's 2 gone. That'll bring up Caden Gould, the catcher. Gould from North Eugene, now matriculating at Linfield. Daffron gets ahead 0-1 against the number 6 hitter in the Challengers order. That'll level things up at 1-1. Ball hit in the air to left field. 3 converge on it. Calling for it. Making the play is Curtis. And there's 3 down. That'll retire the side. We go to the top of the third. Still have a scoreless ball game. We'll be back in 60 seconds. We'll go to the top of the third. A scoreless ball game, just one hit so far off the bat of Sean McFall. Coming up, we'll see Brady Patterson, Cade Pedersen, and then back to the top of the order with Easton Curtis. Patterson hitting .395 on the season. Has 31 RBIs on the year, scored 24 runs. Versatile player. He played some second base over the weekend against Southern Oregon. We've seen him a little bit over at third base, but mostly he does his work behind the plate when Easton Douglas is not back there. So Patterson will get ready to go to work. So far, other than the one hit surrendered and a walk, Saunders keeping the Mustangs in check. Ball hit in the air. That one's going to fall into center field. Base hit. So Patterson gives the Mustangs their second hit of the game. That'll bring up the team leader in home runs, Cade Pedersen. Pedersen coming in with a .415 average, 3 home runs, 23 runs batted in. Pedersen out of North Medford High School. He fouls this one away as Saunders gets ahead 0-1. So the leadoff man aboard once again. On deck will be Easton Curtis. Patterson. He's got pretty decent foot speed over at first base. Enough speed that on the football team he's playing wide receiver at North Medford. Pitch outside. Saunders with the advantage at 1-2. Saunders comes to the plate. And he catches the corner. A little Sherwin-Williams job. Out number 1 in the inning. So we'll go to the top of the order. Easton Curtis. Curtis grounded out in his first at-bat. Easton, the team leader in runs scored with 46. And one of 3 Mustangs that has 3 triples on the year. He's also the team leader in stolen bases with 23. All that to say, with the speed you have at the dish and the speed you're down there, a double play, should the challenger succeed, would be hard won. Pitch off target as Curtis gets ahead in the count 2-0. Curtis on base percentage of .526. Patterson with 6 stolen bases on the season. Saunders pours that one in. Good old country hardball. Takes the count to 2-1. Saunders from the stretch. Bouncing ball. This is going to be a close play at first. Well, actually, with the work of Hibbler at third. Good job on the throw there, and throws him out by more than a couple of steps. So 5-3 on the play. Moving down to second is Patterson. And here is Jackson Rosenthal, graduate of Ashland High School. His dad, Rich, the Medford Parks and Recreation director, and I can remember all the way back in the day when he was the sports information director at Southern Oregon University. Rosenthal, he will be one of the tougher guys for Saunders to tackle. Saunders going against Rosenthal, the team leader in walks on the year. Down and in the pitch. Count goes 2-0. Rosenthal awarded first base. Rosenthal, 37 walks on the season. He's also the team leader in RBIs with 37. So we've got runners at first and second with 2 gone. And here's Keller Bloodworth. Like Rosenthal, product of Ashland High School, now at Feather River College. Bloodworth, .415 average on the season, 35 runs batted in. And we'll see him pitch a little bit every now and then. Saw some action on the bump on Saturday night. 1-1 the count. Saunders trying to work out of a little bit of a jam. That pitch catches the inside corner, and the count is 1-2. And we just learned from some investigative reporting from Bill Crawford that Rosenthal hit by a pitch. And I have to agree with Bill's call on that. I didn't see it. You must have just grazed him. And so they awarded Rosenthal first base, hit by pitch. And then now we have a runner in scoring position with Patterson. 2-2 the count. Pitch outside. Count goes full at 3-2. Bloodworth just a shade under 500 and on-base percentage at .491. So again, he doesn't need GPS to find first base. And he'll go ahead and go the other way with it. It finds the gap. Base hit. Runner comes around third, and he scores. It's a 1-0 ball game. So Brady Patterson gives the Mustangs their first run of the game.
Now batting third baseman, number 18, Sean McFall.
On the play, Rosenthal goes to third. Bloodworth with the RBI single to make it a 1-0 ball game. So runners at the corners with 2 gone. And now McFall, his ball hit all the way out to right field, hangs up for what seems to be forever, but Miller there to make the play, and that will end the inning for the Mustangs. 1 run on 2 hits. And we'll be back with the bottom of the third right after these messages.
In the heart of the Rogue Valley, RVTD connects us all, not just through miles traveled, but also through time. With renewable technologies and more convenient ways to get around, RVTD's building a future that keeps our region connected. Public transportation isn't just about getting from here to there. It's about the journey, past, present, and future. Rogue Valley Transportation District, celebrating 50 years of moving our community forward.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Jump online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Due up this inning for the challengers, it'll be Braden Corrigan, Layden Lay, and then we'll also have Riddle due up, Jalen Riddle for the challengers. Pitch inside. Oh, they gave him the corner. The call goes Daffrin's way as the count goes 0-1. Just caught that corner. 0-1 pitch. Ball hit in the air to right field. Rosenthal sizes up the can of corn, and we've got one gone.
Now batting, center fielder, number 8, Landon Lay.
One thing you say for Daffron, he's been very efficient in his pitching so far in the game. Not only is he retiring everybody, but he's been able to do so in fairly quick fashion. Lay looks at a ball as the count goes 1-0. Lay out of South Eugene. Now matriculating at Lynn Benton. Bouncing ball hit down to second. Painter is there. Throws it across. Throw is in time. And there's already two gone.
Shortstop, number 6, Jalen Riddle.
Jalen Riddle's the hitter. Riddle, one of a couple of representatives from North Bend High School. Now he's at Feather River, where he's a teammate of Keller Bloodworth. Pitch outside, ball one. Daffron winds, fires. Ground ball hit the short. Bloodworth fires across the infield. And they get him. Malari had to stretch to make that play, but he's successful in doing so. And that will retire the side. We'll go to the top of the fourth. Let's see if the Mustangs can extend their lead. It's a 1-0 ball game. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
We go to the top of the fourth. The Mustangs bring to the plate Malari, Willer, and Painter. Oh, what an interesting day this has been. Roseburg sweeping Redmond. And Redmond now just one game in front of third place Roseburg. Ground ball hit by Malari down to third. Play is made. And there's one gone. So now the updated standings. The Mustangs, of course, coming in 6-2. Pair of games pending here. The Generals are at 5-5. The Docs one game back in the loss column at 8-6, and then the Challengers and the Grants Pass Nuggets. Saunders gets ahead of Willer 0-1. Willer, another one of those guys who can muscle a baseball. Pitch sails behind his head. The dimensions of the ballpark: 320 to left field, 390 to center, left center and right center, and then 330 to right. Willer ahead 2-1. Pitch fouled off as the count goes 2-2. Willer 0-for-1 on the day. Saunders struck out the side in the second, and one of his victims was Willer. Got Keegan Painter on deck. Pitch on the way. Willer runs the count full at 3-2. Pitch fouled back to the screen. And even with that screen in the way, I think we all kind of tip our heads back a little bit. And that'll keep Willer alive with one gone in the inning. So the pitch fouled off. That count remains at 3-2. Well, I know, talking with Bill Crawford before the game, we were talking about this and kind of figured that down the stretch things could get pretty interesting in terms of how the standings shake out. And again, that's where a lot of eyes will be on this weekend as the Mustangs make a trip to Redmond. Pitch fouled off. Willer will look working a good out bat over here. So this is where it becomes incumbent for the Mustangs to take care of business. Swing and a miss, and he's gone. Saunders hangs tough, records the strikeout. And here is Keegan Painter.
Now batting second baseman number 29, Keegan Painter.
5 strikeouts on the afternoon thus far for Brady Saunders. And here comes pitching coach John Goldacre to have a chat with his battery.
Timeout called. Coach Goldacre will make his way from the Challenger dugout, talk things over with Saunders. Well, they talk things over. Good opportunity to remind you that your summer sports action is brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Jeep Dodge Chrysler, where you can find great deals on the lot or at lithiasuperstore.com, and by Rogue Credit Union with locations throughout Southern Oregon to serve you. And, of course, Rogue Credit Union, the primary sponsor for the Medford Mustangs again this year. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. So Saunders will give way, and we'll take a quick timeout. And we will have more for you right after this.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Reliever into the ball game. It will be Michael Bushelman from North Eugene High School, part of the class of 27. Saunders will move to center field, and Landon Lay will come out of the lineup. Heard word that Lay turned an ankle over the weekend, and Bushelman going to work on Painter. Painter, a tough customer. He struck out against Saunders, but Painter, another one of those Medford guys, that's hard to strike out. Got a hitter's count at 3-1, 2 gone, nobody on. Bushelman, bouncing ball, hit down to third. Hibbler throws across the infield. It's in time, and that will retire the side. So the Mustangs go down 1-2-3 in the inning. We will take a quick timeout, and then we'll be back as the challengers come to the plate. And that will follow these messages here on TableRockSports.net.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes, parents, community members, anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Bottom of the fourth, it's a 1-0 ball game with the Mustangs out front. Daffron has been a model of efficiency thus far in the ball game, and he'll take on the 1, 2, and 3 hitters in the challenger lineup. It'll be Hibbler, followed by Hartley and Saunders, who's now in center field.
So far, after 3, Medford has 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. Challengers, no runs, no hits, no errors.
The opening pitch from Daffron. Fires it right down Broadway. 0-1 the count. Hibbler flew out to right his first at-bat. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So far in the game, and again, Daffron not really a big strikeout pitcher. A lot of it is just finding his locations, getting in the hit where they don't want to, and one strikeout thus far on the day. Bouncing ball, hit foul. Count will remain at 0-2. So Hibbler stands back in. Hibbler out of North Eugene High School. He hit one up the middle, base hit for Eugene, their first hit of the game.
Number 2, Chase Hartley.
Here comes Chase Hartley. Hartley laid down a bunt that was fielded by Patterson, who threw on to Malari to retire him first time up. So a runner aboard, nobody out, and once again, Hartley showing bunt. And he'll lay one down. It goes foul. Daffron gets ahead here, 0-1. Daffron doing a great job of inducing the ground ball. And he could sure use one right here. A double play would do a lot to get him through this inning. That one popped up. Patterson throws over to first, and they got him. Double play. Once again, another web gem from Brady Patterson. He's got Hartley's number today. So what happened was Patterson makes the catch on the popped-up bunt attempt, quickly guns it down to first, and there's 2 gone. So that'll clear the bases, and there's 2 out. And here is Grady Saunders, started the game at pitcher, where he gave up a run and 3+ innings of work. And now he's playing center field. Pitch outside, 1-0. Not only is he a good pitcher, but he's got a wicked stick as well. Daffron comes to the plate. Pitch will miss. Advantage Saunders at 3-0. Pitch on the way. There's a strike. Count 3-1. 2 gone in the inning. Medford holding on to a paper-thin 1-0 lead. Ball hit in the air to center field. Curtis walks in, closes the glove on it, and the inning's done. So for Eugene, no runs, 1 hit, no errors by the Mustangs. We'll be back with the top of the 5th right after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30+ years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as the fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning
We go to the top of the fifth. Medford with the 1-0 lead. It'll be Patterson, and Curtis, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the Mustangs. Bushelman, who came on in relief of Saunders, has Patterson at 1 and 1. He's going to hit one up the middle, base hit. So Patterson, 2 for 2 on the day.
Left fielder, number 6, Cade Patterson.
So that'll bring up Cade Patterson. So in 3 out of the 5 innings, the Mustangs have got the leadoff man aboard. No doubt they'd like to try to pick up a little bit of insurance here. They're 3 games clear of Redmond right now as things stand. Like that breathing room, laying down the bunt. Well done there by Bushelman to get the lead runner.
Now batting center fielder number 3, Easton Curtis.
So Patterson trying to advance the runner. Instead, a fielder's choice. And I go to Easton Curtis. Curtis 0 for 2 on the day. Pair of ground outs. Bushelman promptly gets ahead 0 and 1. Been pretty much a pitcher's duel, although in the case of this game, 3 pitchers, as Saunders has given away to Bushelman. Of course, Daffron working on a 1-hitter so far. Gould doing a good job of keeping that in front of him, keeping on top of the ball. Count 1 and 2. Runner at first, 1 out. Bushelman, throw over to first. Patterson, not a big base stealer, but he is a good runner. There's a lot of speed, a lot of versatility on this Rogue Credit Union Medford Mustangs team. Pitch fouled off. Count remains at 1 and 2. Curtis with Rosenthal on deck. Pitch fouled away as Curtis stays alive, 1 and 2. You can see over in right center field the overhead door sign. Overhead door, the title sponsor, if you will, the main sponsor of the Eugene Challengers. Pitch outside. That'll even things up at 2 and 2. Yeah, it's going to be a busy week for the Mustangs. Tomorrow they'll have a single game against Lewiston, Idaho. That game will be at home. But our next broadcast, or stream, if you will, of the Mustangs will be their doubleheader against Eugene at home on Wednesday at Harry and David Field. Then they'll see Lewiston again on Thursday. Pitch. And it's foul. A loud strike for Curtis. And Curtis, we mentioned that he had 3 triples on the year, but he is also one of the second on the team in doubles with 12. So he's got 15 extra base hits on the year. Pitch outside, the count full at 3-2. So Curtis continuing to work a good at-bat here against Bushelman. Ball hit in the air to left field. And the long high fly ball to left field. Taken in by Hartley. And there's two gone. So that'll bring up Jackson Rosenthal. He's walked and he was hit by a pitch. Interestingly enough, and we see him playing right field for the Mustangs, but last year played first base and primarily a first baseman in his Ashland days. Rosenthal gets ahead, 1-0. And among a bunch of tough outs, he may be the toughest, an on-base percentage of .636. Some guys would be very happy to have a slugging percentage like that. Rosenthal, part of the class of 2024 at Ashland. And he has a couple old high school teammates on the roster, Freeman Roundtree and Keller Bloodworth. Bouncing ball. Unassisted put out for Bousquet. And that'll retire the side. Remains a 1-0 ball game with the Mustangs out front. We'll be back with the bottom of the fifth right after these messages.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Brady Bousquet.
Brady Bousquet will lead things off for Eugene as we make our way to the bottom of the fifth. Bousquet will be followed by Miller and Gould. Daffron, a model of efficiency thus far on the day. Only one strikeout on the day, but only one hit surrendered. And he has yet to surrender a walk, dare I say it, and jinx him. Ball hit in the air. Diving catch made by Easton Curtis. Send that one to Sports Center. And there's one gone.
Right fielder, number 7, Kyle Miller. Out number 1. He scampered like a jackrabbit. Did Easton Curtis.
Kind of had that one out there in the gap, but Curtis showing off his range to make the play. Miller 0 for 1 on the day, stands in. Pitch way inside. 1-0 the count to the Challengers right fielder. Ball hit in the air to right field. Rosenthal sizes it up, makes the play, and there's 2 gone.
Catcher number 10, Caden Gould.
So for Daffron, looking at how he's gotten his outs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 ground outs. 3, 4, 5. 6 hits in the 6 outs caught in the air. Gould flew out to left field his first time up. Ball rolls looked like from here he's kind of swung through it and they just got away from Patterson. So we got 1-1 the count with 2 gone in the inning. Crawford. Bill Crawford telling me coming into this inning that Daffron has just thrown 33 pitches in the game. And you consider how deep we are in. It tells you about what kind of game he's had. 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Rainmaker. Daffron there makes the play, and that'll retire the side. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the top of the 6th. It's still a 1-0 Mustangs lead. We'll have that for you coming right up on TableRockSports.net.
You work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit heartinsurance.com.
Welcome to the summer of good. Good people, good taste, good vibes, and good, well, everything. When you're ready for some old-fashioned good, Abby's is your place. We've been celebrating summers around the PNW for over 60 years. At Abby's, good is a legendary tradition. Here's a good-looking pizza, guaranteed to bring some summer smiles. And right now, it's on sale, so it's good for your wallet, too. This giant is loaded with toppings and can feed up to 6 people. Order at abbys.com. Give us a call or just drop by. It's the summer of good, only at Abby's.
Bushelman will remain on the bump for the Challengers as we make our way to the top of the 6th inning. Coming up, we'll see Bloodworth, McFall, and Malari. It's been a fast-moving ball game. Table Rock Sports is able to bring you summer sports coverage thanks to our great sponsors, including our longtime friends from Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less, and John L. Scott Real Estate, scoreboard sponsors for Table Rock Sports. Bushelman getting set to go to work against Bloodworth. Bloodworth grounded into a double play in the first and hit an RBI single in the third. So this has been the very definition of a pitcher's duel. 1 run on 4 hits for the Mustangs. No runs on 1 hit. Pitch fouled back to the screen. Bloodworth hits this one into right field, but there to make the play is Miller, and there's 1 gone.
Third baseman, number 18, Sean
F9 on the play. Here comes Sean McFall. McFall, 1 for 2 on the day. McFall snaring the line drive. Nice play made there. Braden Corrigan denies McFall. There's 2 gone. Malari, 0 for 2 on the day. Among regulars coming into the game, Malari hitting .471 on the season. A couple of guys like Daffron and Mason Baker have higher averages, but those guys mostly do their work on the mound. Update the scoreboard for you. 2-1 the count. And there's a strike from Bushelman. So as good as Daffron has been, now there's a ground ball, throw across the infield, and the throw is in time. That'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th, and we'll have that for you on the other side of this break. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Dom Daffron continues to sail along, and he'll continue to work on the hill for the Mustangs. Other than a single in the 4th by Hibbler, that's the only runner of the game that the Challengers have had. Now we got Corrigan, Bushelman, and Riddle coming up. Daffron, opening pitch of the inning, on the way inside. Count goes 1-0 to the Challengers' second baseman. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Inside pitch. Hitter ahead now at 2-1. Only run of the game came in the 3rd inning on an RBI single by Keller Bloodworth. Now a bouncing ball, and that is beyond the outstretched glove of Painter. Corrigan is aboard with a leadoff single.
The pitcher, number 3, Michael Bushelman.
Michael Bushelman, relief pitcher who came on in relief of Saunders. Of course, Saunders went out to center field, and Lay came out of the lineup. One gets the feeling that we might see the sacrifice here. Potential tying run down at first base. Throw over to first. And one thing you can do to kind of help your cause a little bit if you're Daffron, keeping him close. Fishelman shows bunt, lays one down. McFall with the throw, so he came all the way in from third. So the sacrifice successful.
Number 6, Jalen Riddle.
So now the potential tying run in scoring position. And Jalen Riddle, who's 0 for 1 on the day, will stand in. Grounded out in his first at-bat. Daffron looks back to the runner at second.
Bottom of the 6th inning, a 1-0 Medford lead. Pitch coming up.
Daffron comes to the plate. Ground ball taken by McFall in foul territory. So Daffron getting ahead here at 0-1. Pitch misses its target, and the count goes 1-1. As things stand right now, after the Doc Stewart sweep of Redmond, the Mustangs 3 games ahead of the Generals in the loss column. Bouncing ball hit down to third. McFall throws to first, and the runner will stay at second. There's 2 gone.
The third baseman, number 24, Aiden Hibbler.
So a big out recorded there. Aiden Hibbler, 1 for 2 on the day, stands in. Number 1 hitter in the order. He's got a runner at second with 2 out. Of course, should he bring that run around, that'll tie up the game. And Hibbler hits the ball in the air. And there to make the catch is Easton Curtis. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Mustangs lead 1-0. Don't you dare go away. We've got more baseball coming right up.
In the heart of the Rogue Valley, RVTD connects us all, not just through miles traveled, but also through time. With renewable technologies and more convenient ways to get around, RVTD's building a future that keeps our region connected. Public transportation isn't just about getting from here to there. It's about the journey, past, present, and future. Rogue Valley Transportation District, celebrating 50 years of moving our community forward.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
We go to the top of the 7th. Mustangs looking for a little bit of insurance. Leading in the game 1-0. Both pitching staffs doing a good job of keeping things in check. Kellen Willer, 0 for 2 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Leads off the inning. He's in the DH role in game 1 of this doubleheader. And by the way, once again, we'll have game 2 for you after this game ends. Probably take about a 25-minute break or so. and then get ready for that. But we'll go ahead and fire up the stream just a little bit early. Bushelman outside as the ball goes, as the count goes 2-1. Count goes 3-1. On deck is Keegan Painter. Bushelman with the strike. Runs the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled back. Willer stays alive at 3-2. Willer stays alive by fouling that one back to the screen. Willer played his high school ball at North Medford. Collegiately at Grays Harbor. And a little line drive to left field, base hit. Medford has had success getting leadoff hits. As Willer gets on. And now he's going to give way to a pinch runner. It'll be Grady Sickler. Grady Sickler coming on as the runner. Sickler with pretty decent speed at first base. Again, probably one of those guys we don't think of as being a big base stealer. But to give you an idea of his athleticism, he's the backup quarterback and one of the starting receivers for Cascade Christian during football season. But laid down well. Painter moves Sickler into scoring position.
Catcher number 14, Brady Patterson.
Brady Patterson. He's 2 for 2 on the day. And scored a run. The Patterson. Tell you what, when you got a kid like this hitting in your number 8 spot, you got a lot of offense on this team. Only one hitter below 300 on this Mustangs team, and even he has a highly productive 294. Ball hit out into right center field. That's one that's going to fall in for a base hit. Sickler got to come around third, and he dives home to make it a 2-0 ball game. Brady Patterson strikes again.
Brady Patterson ends up at second base. It's going to be a single, and then Patterson goes to second on.
Now it'll bring up Cade Patterson. Patterson struck out and got aboard on a fielder's choice.
So Patterson is at the plate now.
Patterson, the leading home run hitter for the Mustangs with 3 on the year. But to know John King is to know he's not adverse to playing small ball. And at least initially it looks like he has designs on trying to move the hitter up, the runner up, I should say. Patterson swings away on this. Hartley kind of took an adventurous route to the ball, but he got there. Records the out, and there's 2 gone. Easton Curtis, top of the Mustang order, comes to the plate. 0 for 3 on the day. Ground ball hit the shortstop. Throw across the infield is in time. And that will finish the inning, but not before the Mustangs pick up an additional run. One more opportunity for the challengers coming up in the bottom of the 7th. We'll have that for you coming up in 60 seconds.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Chase, Hartley.
So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be Hartley, Saunders, and Bousquet. The challengers now trailing in the game 2-0. And Dominic Daffron looking to see if he can close this one out. Got a 3-hitter going so far. Pitch catches the outside corner. Strike one. And that has been quintessential Dominic Daffron throwing strikes. Bouncing ball to short. Bloodworth throws it across the infield. Shows off his gun there, and there's one away. 6-3 on the play. Nice play from semi-deep in the hole. Grady Saunders 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out and hit a fly ball to center. Daffron gets Saunders to swing. And that one's going to bounce to the wall on one single bounce. Saunders with the extra base hit.
First baseman, number 30, Grady Bousquet.
So there's a runner on second with one gone. Bousquet, 0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out. Flown out to center field. I will be interested to see it. I don't know that I have heard any discussions on the designs that the Beavers have for Saunders at the college level. He can throw very well, and you can see here he can hit very well. And here he is at second base with one gone. Bousquet. Daffron paints the corner and gets ahead 0-1. Ball hit in the air to center field. Curtis makes the catch. Saunders will stay at second, and there's two gone.
Fielder, number 7, Kyle Miller.
So Eugene down to their final out. Kyle Miller, the hitter, 0 for 2. Saunders leads off second. Pitch outside as the count goes 1-0.
As the Challengers need 3 runs to get their 4th Area 4 win of the year and go 39-6.
Miller on deck if Skay succeeds in getting on, but right now Curtis records the out, and that's the game. The Medford Mustangs take the opening game of their doubleheader against the overhead door Eugene Challengers, winning this game by a score of 2-0. The final count, Medford with 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. This is a very good game defensively. Eugene, no runs, 4 hits, and no errors. The winning pitcher is Dominic Daffron. He'll run his record to 6-0, while Saunders takes the defeat in spite of a very well-pitched game. He and Bushelman both. The stars of the game, Brady Patterson ended up going 3 for 3, scoring a run and driving in a run. And Grady Sickler ended up scoring a run as a pinch runner for Kellen Willer. Keller Bloodworth with an RBI single in the game. So all in all, a nice day at the office for Medford. They've taken the opener of the doubleheader, run their record to 31-3. We will pause and take a little time out, close out the stream here. But once again, we will be going live with game number 2. That should start in about another 25 minutes. And we'll have that for you on TableRockSports.net. For Billy Hanning, I'm Jim McCoy. Thank you for joining us. And we look forward to being with you again here real soon.